I'm going to teach you the best kept secret in real estate. I can tell you this. It's not being a house wholesaler. It's not being a house flipper. It's not being an apartment syndicator. Here's the reality. I can make 50 to 100 times what a house flipper can make on one deal. What I'm about to teach you is how to take raw land that has development potential and turn it into amazing 6- and 7-figure paydays without crazy risk or crazy capital. My name is Cody Bjugan, and I've been in the land game for over 20 years now. And I can't tell you how many 6- and 7-figure paydays I've created with this exact model. I think we all know by now that real estate has created more millionaires in our country than any other industry. And by the way, that's not my secret, okay? You know that. But here's what they don't tell you. They don't tell you about the competition and how everybody's beating each other up to get a deal. They don't tell you about how they got to find desperate, motivated sellers in order to make a dollar. They don't tell you about the hamster wheel they got to jump on and that they got to do how many deals they got to do every year to make any type of substantial paydays, right? Or income for the year. Okay. What we're here to tell you is if you learn how to do off-market deals, for one, why? Because it cuts out the competition, and you can learn how to do deals in the land space that has development potential. There's pent-up demand beyond belief. But no one understands how to go and find these deals off market, okay? And how to get them through the process and deliver them in a pretty little bow to the builders of this market. But the reality is every builder in this country is starving for deals. That's where our model comes in. That's where it's beautiful. So let me give you an overview of how this works. And let me say first, yes, I'm a full-fledged land developer, right? I develop projects, create finished lots. I've even built many, many homes over my career. The model I'm going to show you here is what I've been doing the last several years, strictly, basically only this, because of how much demand is in the market. I'm not putting in that substantial capital or taking on that substantial risk to actually develop the project, actually do the construction, okay? I'm only doing this. One is we do off-market prospecting. We teach you how to go and find off-market raw land that has development potential. Two, we teach you how to get through the approval process. It's called entitlements. It's called land use. It's called all these different things. The reality is we teach you how to take this raw land and take it through the approval process and turn it into an approved development, okay? And then three, we teach you how to sell those approved deals to the home builders of America. And so, well, Cody, why can you make 6, 7 figures? Well, think about this. One, it was an off-market deal. The deal wouldn't exist if it wasn't for me. And let me add this to that point. I don't have to take advantage of a desperate property owner, okay? I pay that property owner true market value, okay? And I still make 6 and 7 figures. Well, Cody, that doesn't make sense. Okay, but remember, I said the property has to have development potential. There's such saying out there in real estate called the value add, okay? And it's all about how do you bring value to a deal? Well, the way we bring substantial value to a deal is that we take it through that approval process. And the home builders of America, they value that so much because you're delivering them a project in a pretty little bow that's already approved. They don't have to go through trying to find the raw land. They don't have to go through that approval process. You're going to handle all of that for them. They love companies or individuals like you and me to handle that for them. That's where the beauty happens. And that's why I can go and make 6, 7-figure paydays. To be frank with you, most of my paydays have been 7 lately, and substantial 7. It's all because I brought value to the transaction. So let me give you some examples of some specific deals I've done. And I said a moment ago, I can't remember the last time I didn't make 7 figures on a deal, and that is the truth. But I want to drop the bar a little bit so that maybe it's a little more believable. I want to tell you about a deal that I did, I don't know, a few years ago. And it was a deal that, a piece of off-market land that I tied up, a raw land that had development potential. And it was a deal where I didn't take it all the way through that approval process I was talking about. What happened was I was in my feasibility period, and I probably put 20, 30 grand into that deal. Well, I was in a position where I didn't want to take this deal all the way through the approval process. So I reached out to one of the builders in the market, and guess what I did? I flipped my contract and I turned my 20 or 30 grand. I got that back. Plus I think I made around 300,000. Actually, I know I did. Okay. That's an example of a smaller payday in our model and in our company. So, but let me tell you about a more typical deal for us these days. Okay. So this is another deal that I had about I had $185,000 into this deal, and I took it through that approval process, and I exited, and I got my 185 back. Plus I made $1.78 million. I mentioned I had 185 grand into that deal. I get it. That's a lot of money. And I can promise you this, through this process, through what we're going to teach you, we're going to show you numerous ways how to get that capital without it actually being your. I get it. That just sounds crazy. It sounds too good to be true. What did I say in the beginning of this? Do you want me to teach you the best kept secret in real estate? Now, though, I want to tell you about a few of our students. Okay, we've had hundreds of students at this point. And by the way, most of our students don't have any previous experience. The first student I'm going to tell you about is a student that actually what he did is he went out and found that off-market deal that I'm telling you about, how to go find off-market deals, and he teed the deal up. He ended up partnering up with my company. So he didn't even run the approval process. He didn't sell it. My company handled all that. He didn't capitalize it. My company handled that. And he still stands to make mid six figures. Before I forget, I actually want to tell you about, I love this couple. They're a married couple. They went through our course together, and they went and did deals. They recently, they did 2 deals, and over the course of 9 months, they made about $680,000 with those 2 deals. And as I share these case studies with you, you don't have to have past real estate experience to do what we do and what we're willing to teach you. Or we have other students that have been actually real estate investors for many, many years. And then they stumbled across us and they took it as an opportunity to level up, right? To take their paydays to another level, to get off the hamster wheel, to be able to spend more time with their family, to truly create a legacy that is more than just dollars, right? Because they have the time freedom to be with their family, have the time freedom to get their health in check. They have the time freedom to travel. Oh, and by the way, one thing I haven't mentioned in this whole thing is that you can do what we do from anywhere. Okay, you don't just have to do it in your backyard. You can do it from anywhere. You can be on a beach on vacation with your laptop or with your phone doing what we do. I do deals across the country, and I live in Scottsdale, and my headquarters in Dallas, but we're in numerous states throughout the country. We don't have offices there. Beautiful model, right? So here's the thing. This all sounds great, right? I mean, it's wonderful. 6-7 figure paydays, doing a couple deals a year, not being on the hamster wheel, having time freedom. I mean, it sounds wonderful. Well, here's the thing though. It's not for everybody. Okay. You will not succeed at what I do and what I teach if you're looking just for a get rich quick scheme. If you're just looking that, hey, you're just going to go through my course and all of a sudden you're going to be a millionaire the next day. Nope, not going to happen. Okay. If you're resourceful, you're relentless, you're driven, you're an individual of principle, of integrity, you care about your legacy, this is for you. I can teach you anything and everything. But one, you got to give me the opportunity to teach you. And I can't teach you unless you make that leap of faith, unless you give yourself permission. So if you're willing to do that, I strongly suggest to you, you fill out this application and you apply for our course, for our program, and we'll go from there.